All right.
Good evening, guys.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, I did. So just quick introduction. Let's meet you guys, your name and what you do.
Okay. I'm Ese. I call myself a cultural producer, but I have two main interests: hip hop culture and contemporary African visual arts. And yeah, so that's what I do.
And I'm known by Selorm Jay, you know, and I'm a photographer, filmmaker, and also a hip hop curator.
Yeah.
And amongst other creative things. You know.
Yeah.
And together.
Yeah, together we run a hip hop platform called Yo-Yo Teams.
Yeah.
So we are documenting, archiving, promoting, creating all sort of activities around the hip hop culture on the continent. So
yeah, and you also have a festival in Ghana.
Yes, we have a hip hop festival, Ghana's Maiden Hip Hop Festival.
Yeah. So definitely, guys, these are friends, these are family. So we talk almost every day, like WhatsApp group and everything. But the reason I started this is because I'm just thinking about how we are all navigating this period. You know, there are a lot of people, especially for those who are struggling with the fear, anxiety, depression, and just confusion about what to do. You know, and I think that the more we have this conversation, the more people understand that, oh, okay, maybe we don't really need to be afraid of the change happening outside of the virus. What the moment, the transitions happening, you know, whether it be digitally, psychologically, mentally, even career-wise. So my first question would be, how you guys coping with the current change, being at home morning to night?
I guess you're used to it.
It's for me it's not unusual.
Yeah.
For me, because I've always operated from home, so I'm naturally an introvert too, so it plays in well for me. You know? So nothing has changed much, but obviously the longer it takes, you want to step out to get some air, you know. So I mean, regardless, at some point it's going to get to me one way or the other, you know. Yeah. But for essay, you know.
For me, well, when we just entered this house, I was jobless for quite some time. Well, not jobless, we were working on the festival, so I was also at home a lot. So I had this experience before, and that's true that now I'm working, so it's a transition from working from the office to working from home. But I was kind of always willing to work from home, so I'm so far so good. I'm enjoying the time home, also because yes, I have this 9 to 5, but we have our own projects, so we have time to discuss more and to talk more about all our other creative things.
So that means we are going to be seeing more Yo-Yo Teams projects.
Yes, but also some of our personal projects.
Oh, that's nice. Like personal collaborative projects.
Or just individual, but we are able to talk about it more.
Okay.
And to exchange about it more.
All right. Okay. So how you guys navigating food? Like, how did you stock up in the house?
Okay, so we have been on a lockdown way before the actual lockdown.
Okay.
Yeah, because we came back from Europe 2nd of March.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2nd of March. So when we got back, we thought it wise to. I mean, we went out a bit. At that time, I hadn't gotten crazy, so we're not really paying attention. But as soon as we realized what was going on, because even when Europe wasn't that alarming, you know, we were moving about.
We don't have that many information.
Yeah, so, you know, it was free range for us until we got home and all the news started popping up and everything started going crazy. So we decided to isolate ourselves so that in case we, you know, have been infected, we don't, you know, we don't spread it to others, you know. So we stayed home about 2 weeks before the actual lockdown. Okay. So we have been stocking up since. The only time we go out is to just to get food, you know. So we are basically probably going to be in this thing for like a month. So we are like almost like 3 weeks in.
Yeah.
Okay. So are you people seeing the fact that there's an advantage in terms of the digital landscape because everybody's home, everybody is watching their screens? Like, what's that triggering for you? Is your language, is your digital language changing? Is your digital observations changing? Maybe Selorm, you can start first, then Essay.
Well, I wouldn't say it has changed, but it's definitely questioning the way forward. You know, it's questioning possibilities of things that could be done online, you know.
Yeah.
But also, I think one big question is as small, small entities like ours, or people who are doing some of these things on a small scale, it's also about how we can make financial sense if we are going online full scale. Definitely is going to obviously, like it's like a major reset for everybody, you know. We are going to look at different ways of doing things that we thought wasn't possible is being made possible, you know. There are videos of people interacting with each other, even though they are not in the same space, you know. There's this challenge of people using the hairbrush, you know. Yeah. It's a cool way of connecting.
I saw that.
Exactly. It's making people feel like they're in the same space. It's like, did you plan it together? So it means that there are different ways in which we can look at some of these things. And I'm sure that all the app developers are also going to get like crazy ideas to make sure that we stay connected virtually. So I think it's a reflective. We are at a reflective point right now, trying to figure out, even for youth, trying to figure out how we can engage people whilst they are home, you know, with content, you know, how to even bring some of the old things that we've done in the past back, you know. So there's definitely going to be some sort of change if not 100% change.
Yeah. So Essay.
I think it might also be easier to convince some people who were a bit skeptical about doing online activities that we are stuck home, so it's a perfect moment for us to change the way we are telling our stories, etc. Like for me, there's a lot of visual artists. I've been saying it for months that I want to do to see how we can talk about their practice, etc. And now I'm trying to push even more because I see that there's a lot happening online. So I feel like maybe they might be more receptive to the idea. So I feel like maybe people will now see the importance of being online. And it's just like for our families, like for communication, like my family has been more online than ever, even the older one. So I think people really understand that it's a very strong tool.
Okay. Are they things that you're worried about?
In terms of online or in general?
No, just now in general, because of the moment. Are there worries that are being amplified by this moment?
Oh yeah, there's one day I totally freaked out because I was like, so if something happened to my family, then I won't see them again. Like there's no proper bye-bye or so. Yeah, that's something that's totally difficult for me. Also because I've seen it happening for my parents.
Yeah.
Like some of their family members died and they couldn't do anything. They couldn't go because they were far away. And that's something I always thought about. So yeah, that's something that is a bit tough for me.
So just to continue with that, have you thought about the possibility of going to France?
Funny enough, no, it didn't come to mind at all. So yeah, so that's weird. Like maybe also because I don't know, I'm not on that network, so I didn't even have the information if there was a flight, at what time it was. I don't know. Yeah. So yeah. I'm not. I just did my registration to be on the embassy list just a few days ago. So yes.
Oh, okay. So there is a list.
Yeah. So usually when you're a French person and you go abroad, you're supposed to register. So in case anything happens, and they want to be able to reach out to you, even if you go like 1 week on holiday in Spain or something, it's highly advised that you do so. But because me, I have my network here, I didn't feel it was necessary.
Yeah. So, Selorm, being that your partner has family and you also now have family in France, is this the way it's affecting Europe? Is it affecting how you think also?
Like in what sense?
In the sense of now you have, because this crisis obviously it's in Ghana now, but it's worse in Europe currently.
Yeah.
You know, so just being that through your partner you have family in Europe, like how is that affecting how you think about your family in on the largest scale of things?
I think
of friends, maybe.
Yeah, no.
Of friends,
I think I'm the type that it doesn't panic. I'm the type that doesn't panic the relationships in this calm state, and so for me, it's just about checking: are you good? You know, if just trusting that people are good when they say they are good. You know. And I see us, you know, connecting with the family on the house party.
Yeah, on that app.
Yeah, so I don't think I've gotten to any panic zone to start thinking I'm crazy about. So for me, it's just a temporary time that everybody just has to stay indoors and then we just check on each other. You know.
So how long do you guys think we can do this for?
Oh my God, that's a tricky question.
That's a scary part. I don't know. Especially in this part, I don't know how long we can do this for. Yeah. And also, especially for creatives, because when there are things like this, when there's like disaster, when one of the first people that this thing hits hard is creatives, because we make our money off gatherings, you know, creative content for people to come experience, you know. So that's how we make. So when these things are disrupted, then it's difficult. So which makes this time interesting. So now we need to look hardcore how we can make money off these virtual experiences.
Yeah. So now that we're here, any ideas of how we can actually begin to look at the financial aspect of this virtual reality? Because at this point, in Europe, people are holding parties online, people are holding conversations online, because they already have the system of buying and paying for things online. The majority of our population don't even have credit cards, talk less of online access. So it's still going to be a struggle for us.
But we have something that works well. We have mobile money that is well developed. So we should also be able to create our own system that works for us. And I see a lot of tutorials that are, but I don't see many coming from the continent. So maybe it's also our time. Like, we have knowledge. The knowledge is not only in Western countries.
Yeah.
So we too also look at how we can monetize our knowledge and look at how we can sell it. Of course, we are still beginning, so we can do how some people do it, that one part is for free, and if you want to go further, if you need more information, you can pay, and you can pay through mobile money, for example. I think that could be a system that could work for us.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm thinking differently about this, because the last time I was questioning something like this myself, but I think that, first of all, in our space, I don't think that people respect the importance of creatives in the first place.
Yeah.
So now they don't have the culture of paying for things that are produced by creatives.
Yes.
You know, in other spaces, they have the culture of paying for.
Yes.
Yeah. So even when creatives are not asking for money, some people are willing to donate because they know the importance of this thing. So I'm just hoping that this period will make people understand the importance of our job and our presence, because we are the ones going to keep them going. We are the ones going to be entertaining them by the things that we produce. You know, think that, oh, it's just music, why should I just pay for it? You know, people are used to it, like, especially in this space. People don't understand why they have to pay for music. You know, do you have a hit song? Why should I? If you don't have a hit song, why should I pay for? You know, it doesn't make sense. You know, once somebody has put in time, and time is money. You know, so once somebody has put in time and the effort to create something, and at least you watched and you know, you kind of enjoyed it, you should be able to pay for it. You know, so I think that we now need to have the conversations of making people understanding the importance of paying for our works, you know, so that we can survive, and then the money can also circulate. When we survive, we can also purchase whatever you are doing, you know. But
so I was speaking. I was sorry. I was speaking with One Love yesterday, and he was like, things will change. Obviously, we all agree that, like, fundamentally how things function would change after now. But he was like, largely things will go back to the normal day-to-day activity. So how can we take advantage of the fact that everyone is paying attention to anything that is interesting now, to begin to communicate and even educate our immediate environment of what you are just saying, the importance of caring for the creative, the importance of buying homegrown creative products?
For me, I think that it is time. This is the right time for our opinion leaders in the creative industry that have like a much faster access to government.
Yeah.
You know, to sit down with government and have this conversation, because at this point, the whole country is listening to government now.
Yes.
You understand? Everybody's paying attention to government. What's next? So if government can start talking about the fact that, look, you guys are home and we have our citizens who are creatives, who are producing contents and whatnot for you to enjoy. It's not just television, you know, and also have the conversation about internet.
Yeah.
You know, how we are going to reduce the cost of it, because to be honest, the internet cost is ridiculous. Like, we are paying way too much for what we are getting.
Yes.
You know, so if we can already start having conversations that people are not working, like, can we reduce the cost of internet? Can the internet be faster, better, you know, so that people can, you know, have the freedom of watching and not thinking about cost, you know, because it all helps. Because if I have to think about my 1 gig data, how can I watch something that is created by somebody, and it's like an hour long or 45 minutes long, you know. It's not everybody that can create something about 5 minutes long, you know.
Yeah.
You know, so, and you know, yeah, so I think we need to have the conversations from the top, because now everybody's listening to the top. So like, I think other countries are doing it. Other countries are talking about the important people in situations like this. So can we also talk about important people in our country in situations like this, you know?
Yeah, just like we're talking about the healthcare community, the doctors, the nurses, paramedics.
Exactly,
yeah. We will also
the bin collectors,
yes,
you know, because our bins are going to be full.
The market men and women,
exactly.
Even
so
yeah.
I mean, basically, you know, like these key people.
Did you guys hear about the German grant for creatives, 50 billion?
No.
Yeah. No. So this is the scale of a government, I think. So in Germany, let me put it up so that you see.
Billion, yeah.
Yes.
For small businesses, you see?
Yes.
Wow.
So for artists and galleries, this particular one, German has rolled out a staggering 50 billion aid package for small businesses that boost artists and galleries, you know? So it's just like, because they know at the end of the day, the creative industry needs a certain kind of backing and funding, you know?
Yeah.
Because still the masses cannot pay enough, you know? So we need a kind of subsidy, you know? And I don't know how, I feel like moments like this should be reflective, like you said. But when we do not have leaders who can actually sit government down and speak to them of this, like, what are the alternatives? Like, Essay, you are a cultural producer, you know, you work with different institutions. What do you think? You know, you're into fundraising and stuff. So what do you think can change?
It's a tough one. I think it works a lot here with relationships. So as Selorm was mentioning, it will take a key person who has relationship with influential people to kind of whisper to them, okay, guys, I've seen examples in this country, this country, this country, this country, and I have a number of reports that show how it has a beneficial impact to invest in the art sector, especially at a crisis time. But I don't know who that person is, honestly.
Yeah.
I don't know who that person is. But I'm sure we know somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody who is close to the Ministry of Culture and Tourism, for example. So I think we need to keep having those conversations and make sure that we circulate them as much as possible until it happens to get into the hand of that person who has a voice and who can be our kind of spokesperson.
Yeah.
Because I mean, sorry, I was just saying, because like, I mean, there's no way people are not going to be listening to music. There's no way I'm not going to be watching television. Imagine that, like, everything is dead in your four walls.
What will you be doing?
You go crazy.
Yeah.
You know, so and I think that it's also important for them to also recognize the importance to start respecting creative activities in schools, you know, because sometimes they treat us like we are lost. We didn't have anything better to do. That's what we are doing.
So that's what we do.
That's what we do. What we do, you know. Because we didn't get some degree, that's why we do what we do. You know, like there's a lot of misconception about our, especially in this part of our world. You know? So then, if you're a musician, it's because you probably didn't finish school, so you're doing music. You know, or yeah, you probably are not, you are good for nothing, that's why you're doing music. But can you sit down, take a minute and think about the importance of some of the works, the jobs that we do, you know?
Yeah.
Like everybody every day has music in their car.
Yeah.
You know, every day everybody's trying to find out what are you watching, which movie are you watching, you know. Every day somehow is sharing some funny video, you know. Every day somebody's sharing something.
Yeah. This would be the best time for someone to launch maybe a Ghanaian Netflix.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, why not?
Yeah.
You know?
Somebody shared actually Koyo was the main curator at the Dates Museum in South Africa. She said, I'm tired of hearing about Netflix. And she shared an alternative. So there's a Instagram page and somebody who is doing a lot of work in collecting all the old school African movies.
Oh,
so
nice.
There's some initiative, and I think this time is bringing this kind of initiative under the spotlight, and it's really good.
Yeah, and I think that I think that the countries that will not be able to make use of this time, when they lose it, they've lost it.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. I mean, once you lose any, because like even for as a country, this is the time to treat, to solve the issue of sanitation. You'll be able to use this time to solve the issue. If you miss this time, then I don't know when you're going to get back to it, because yes, this virus is something that has been it's from somewhere, it's been transmitted human to human, but also can we are saying sanitize your hand for this virus, but can we go beyond the importance of, I mean, can we go more into the importance of sanitizing, washing hands, you know, and keeping your environment clean? You know, because basically that's what it is.
Yeah.
Basically that's what it is. If we are keeping our environment, we are always washing our hands. Maybe when this thing is in the system, it wouldn't even get a chance to spread. This is why, you know. So this is the right time to also focus on sanitation in this country, focus on what plastic is doing, you know, like a whole lot of things. So if we focus on virus, so we miss all this, when it's over, like One Love said, we're just going back to because it's like there's a monster in our community. We're just trying to kill the monster. Once we kill the monster, then everybody gets to normal, you know?
Yeah. So just to round up, how long do you guys think this would last? How long do you think it would take before they can get a hold of this virus?
In Ghana or
in the world?
Just in the world.
You know, Charlie, for me, I think that the whole world is on a year break. 2020 is like 2020 is like a break. Like if you're not taking your leave, take your leave. It's like I feel like we should probably just cancel 2020. I mean, there's a few things we might be able to do, but on the whole, I think we should just cancel 2020 and then just start thinking 2021.
So what we could do when our money finish?
This one, we don't know. We have to start growing our own vegetables and stuff, because you see,
we all have to find the creative side. We all have. Everybody must dig to find their creative side and see what they can do, because if we don't have the government sending us checks, you know, using our mobile money data to send us some money or something, then I don't know, because other countries are doing it. They can send people, their citizens, money to keep. But if our institutions are not able to do that, then I'm sure some people will their creative ways to go gangster and start looting stuff. And
it's very dangerous. I mean, a thin line.
Yeah, so it better find a solution soon.
Yeah. It's inevitable. It's inevitable. If this continues and there's no solution, they will start robbing and doing things. But I hope it doesn't happen. So, guys, thank you very much.
Thank you, too.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. and I'm hoping that we'll continue this. If this continues, my hope is that I revisit people that have been having this conversation with, to just see what the updates. Yeah. So talk later. Bye, guys.
Okay. Bye bye.